breaking overnight missiles lighting up the skies, explosions rocking major cities, and tensions between Israel and Iran reaching a dangerous new level. Israel has been intercepting Iranian strikes throughout the night. But despite these defenses, Iran continues its missile barrage across the region. In a dramatic turn, Donald Trump says Iran may still be open to a deal, even as the conflict intensifies. On the ground in Tel Aviv, the situation is rapidly escalating. A powerful missile struck directly into the heart of the city earlier today, sending thick black smoke rising into the sky. The impact was devastating, with debris and rubble covering the area. Reports indicate the missile carried a massive 220-pound warhead, highlighting the scale of destruction that could have been even worse without Israel's interception systems, which successfully stopped multiple incoming threats across central parts of the country. While missiles continue to fly, diplomatic efforts are quietly unfolding behind the scenes. Donald Trump has announced a critical 5-day window, giving Iran a chance to come to the negotiating table and potentially avoid further escalation. According to Trump, a deal could bring an end to the fighting without the need for total destruction, calling it a solution that could benefit everyone. However, Iranian officials have pushed back strongly, stating that no negotiations are currently taking place. In Tehran, the aftermath of recent strikes is becoming increasingly visible, with growing pressure on the regime as military operations continue. The key question now is whether Iran is preparing for diplomacy or choosing to escalate even further. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has signaled that there may still be room for a deal. After speaking with Trump, Netanyahu suggested that Israel's recent military achievements could be used as leverage to secure an agreement. Military experts describe the ongoing operations as more than just retaliation. They see it as a strategic effort to dismantle Iran's military capabilities. Thousands of targets have reportedly been struck so far, significantly weakening Iran's ability to sustain its attacks. Analysts also note that such air campaigns are designed to collapse entire systems, including communication networks and supply chains. However, there are growing concerns about what comes next. Experts warn that air power may not be enough to completely eliminate the threat. If diplomacy fails, the conflict could move into ground operations aimed at securing key strategic positions and preventing Iran from rebuilding. Adding to the tension, reports suggest that regional powers like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates may be moving closer to joining the fight. If that happens, this conflict could quickly expand beyond a bilateral confrontation into a full-scale regional war with far-reaching consequences. At this moment, the world is watching closely. The next few days could determine whether this crisis moves toward diplomacy or spirals further. The 5-day window announced by Trump may prove to be a decisive moment, one that could shape the future of the entire region. Stay tuned for more updates and let us know your thoughts. Do you think this situation will end in a deal, or are we heading toward something bigger?